Welcome to Future Ready, an introduction to connecting social-emotional learning and employability skills in the 21st century classroom. This video is part of a collaborative effort between the College and Career Readiness and Success Center, or CCRS Center, and the Center on Great Teachers and Leaders, or GTL Center. What do students need to be successful in school and beyond? We know students need general academic knowledge, plus the specific content knowledge or technical skills they'll use in their chosen career. In order to successfully learn and apply academic and technical skills, students and adults need additional skills such as problem solving, perseverance, and communication. These cross-cutting skills are known by many names, but the most commonly used terms are social-emotional learning and employability skills. Social-emotional learning describes the skills students will need for success in school and life. Employability skills describe the same things students will need for career success. Employability skills include applied knowledge, effective relationships, and workplace skills. These skills can be taught and emphasized across all classrooms and levels of students. Let's look at the connection between social-emotional learning and employability skills in more detail and make some concrete connections. By promoting social-emotional learning in your classroom, you're also promoting employability skills, and vice versa. There are lots of connections between personal qualities and interpersonal skills and social-emotional learning. There are also connections with critical thinking, resource management, communication skills, systems thinking, and technology use. Let's look at these connections between employability skills and social-emotional learning more closely. To be successful, students need to have self-discipline and determination, take responsibility for their own growth and seek help when needed, show a positive attitude, demonstrate professionalism and self-control, and set goals for the future. Let's look at another example of how critical thinking skills connect to responsible decision-making. Thinking critically includes self-reflection to refine one's thinking, problem-solving, making sound decisions, and planning for the future. Now, let's discuss how to integrate these skills into planning and instruction. There are lots of teaching strategies that can help promote employability skills and social-emotional learning in the classroom. The GTL Center identified these 10 teaching practices that can be used to support students' social-emotional learning. These practices can also be used to help emphasize employability skills. For example, cooperative learning is a great way for students to build communication and problem-solving skills. So what can teachers do to make sure that students are developing these skills? They can integrate opportunities for students to practice employability skills in lessons, call attention to these skills in class, and help students practice communicating about these skills to employers. Let's look at an example of this in practice. In this video from the teaching channel, students are holding a Socratic seminar to discuss their feedback from the judges of their senior projects. Look for ways in which the lesson design allows students to demonstrate critical thinking, communication skills, interpersonal skills, and personal qualities.
To get to a point where the Socratic seminars can be student-led is a long process, especially when you have students whose second language is English. We go from fishbowl, then we do small pair shares, and then we go to the small group. Then we do the whole group, and I'm actually still in this. All those times I'm still in the seminar, I'm in the dialogues with the students. And then I have to, at some point, I just say, I'm going to take myself out of the seminar now. It was about a year before we are all completely student-led.
I do agree with her because of our school, we're known as one of the lowest schools. So it is expected to have higher expectations from everybody. And they think of us as dumb people, but we have a lot of smart people here. If they actually came to our school and seen what we do in our classes, they would know that we do a lot to put ourselves out there to show people that we're not like everybody else.
The students want to know how to have conversations when they are going to go and get a job, when they have to go and talk to their professor in college. They want to know practical ways to speak to get what they need, my English language learners. And so they are very much invested in learning a proper structure.
Do you think that the more they ask questions, is it more of interest, or do you think they just want to make sure that, oh, did you research it enough, or do you really know what you're talking about?
I feel like they were just trying to ask a lot of questions to see if you actually knew about it, but at the same time you actually will say something wrong, so it could just deduct points and stuff. I feel like it was just something that was just really small, like what does that have to do with everything?
I think that the judges wanted to see that you work really hard on your topic and that you were researching like really deep into the topic you chose.
To hear from the mouths of babes exactly how they're feeling, when I can sit in it and hear it, and I'm not in the conversation, and they're talking amongst each other, that was powerful for me.
I want to answer the question of how does it feel to read this kind of feedback. Some of the feedback, like, you know, I'm like, oh yeah, that's why they gave me the grade that I have. And, you know, it made me feel like confident, made me feel good, like, oh yes, I passed, yeah.
Thinking about what the judge has said for my feedback, one thing I can remind myself and do differently next time I present, like later on in life if I have a presentation, I could work on to stop talking fast, because I notice when I go up in front of people and present, I get so excited and I just start talking fast, so it would be hard for my audience to hear what I'm saying and be able to understand clearly. So that's one thing I could work on.
All right, folks, breathe. You did 30, that was about 33 minutes. Self-assess, and again, it's a different kind of Socratic seminar in terms of the text and the content. But grade yourself, and then go ahead and for yourself, the second reflection question at the bottom. Answer that honestly, truthfully, candidly. And let's take a couple of minutes to do that. Well done, you guys. Afterwards, it's more of the forward thinking. In the future, now that you've had this huge discussion, after 30 minutes, and you read all this feedback from the judges, okay, so what are you individually going to do with all of that when you do your next presentation? I did it differently. I showed you the random feedback first. Why do you think I showed you random and anonymous feedback before I give you all of your individual? What was the purpose of doing it that way?
If we had our own, we would have been more focused on ours instead of what the judges said about everybody.
Okay. Hajar, you had something?
Like if I didn't pass and I seen what I had, I would have said stuff that I wouldn't want to say. So I just wanted to say it and just go in general first and talk about everyone and talk about, you know, later on, then go into detail.
Maybe you don't want us to be too emotional to read it, your own feedback.
We would have had more tears if you saw your own feedback first.
Yeah.
Okay.
By choosing a Socratic seminar for the main lesson activity, the teacher has emphasized student-led instruction. The teacher also describes a gradual release of responsibility to the students, emphasizing cooperative learning and classroom discussions. By allowing students to lead part of the lesson, the teacher also allowed students to practice and demonstrate specific employability skills. We saw that the teacher provided students with thinking prompts for this specific Socratic seminar, which helped promote critical thinking. Students were also able to show communication skills such as active listening. Practicing these skills in the classroom can help prepare students to work as part of a team in their career. By providing reflection questions and asking students to self-assess, the teacher helped promote students' responsibility for their own growth. The teacher also had students reflect on the process for discussing feedback itself and the reasoning behind its design, namely, that it helps support students effectively and positively respond to their performance feedback. This allowed students to demonstrate systems thinking. These skills are also crucial for future success in career, including learning from work experiences and managing large-scale systems. Now it's your turn. You can use a self-assessment tool to reflect on how to integrate employability skills into your own practice. The CCRS Center and GTL Center have developed a self-assessment tool free for your use. It includes sample classroom applications of employability skills and a self-rating scale. You can download this tool from the CCRS Center events page. Using a self-assessment tool like this is a great way to learn more about what employability skills can look like in your classroom. You're probably already emphasizing employability skills in your classroom through some of your existing practices. You can use this tool to reflect on the depth and breadth of employability skills already embedded in your practice. Think about how you might more deeply integrate employability skills in your lessons, and consider ways you can strategically assist students in practicing these skills in the future. Most of all, the self-assessment tool is a great way to spark conversations with other teachers about employability skills and learn from each other. Our upcoming Twitter chat is a great opportunity to jump into a conversation about employability skills with other teachers. We can't wait to see you for our Twitter chat about integrating employability skills in practice on October 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific. Prior to the chat, download the self-assessment tool from the CCRS event page, complete the self-assessment for one of your own lessons or unit plans, and reflect on your results. On October 21st, come prepared to discuss your thoughts and ideas with other teachers over Twitter. If you are able, also consider checking out the resources from the CCRS Center and GTO Center on employability skills and social emotional learning. Feel free to email us at ccrscenter@air.org if you have any questions. We can't wait to chat with you soon.